I think it's important for me because I really didn't think for the last 26 years that I was a woman entrepreneur. I was busy starting my company and running it. And I think winning this award made me realize that all the challenges that I had faced as being a woman entrepreneur, that I had been successful at it, and hopefully getting this award would allow other women to feel empowered and for them to proceed forward. So I appreciate very much what the Enterprising Woman magazine does, and for them to select us for these awards. I think it's very important for women entrepreneurs to realize that they have their own internal voice. There are reasons why they start their own businesses. They have their dreams. They have the results that they want to accomplish in the marketplace. And as you start a business and you have people around you, your friends and family and your employees, advisors from the business, for me, one of the sources of intellect and sources of knowledge was reading a lot of management books. Each one of them has a voice and they articulate what they think you should do. It's important to listen to all those voices, but it's also very, very important to have the confidence and the moxie to go back to your own internal vision of what should happen, your own internal drive, your dreams, and make sure that you accomplish those dreams in your business. I think it's very important that this concept of the levels in business, because there are plateaus that you reach in a business and then you have to do something markedly different to accomplish the next plateau. So I'll focus on one of the important plateaus for me that occurred very early in IEM's life. In fact, at that time, I was just a consulting firm. I was consulting and providing services to customers directly, and it was not a professional services firm at that point. And the transition that I made from spending my own time and then having a company, I was working for a very, very large company. I was a one-person, woman-owned firm dealing with a multinational, huge corporation, and we were negotiating. And so when I went there to their offices, they had a set of lawyers facing me that obviously were going to protect that company's interest. And I had to decide what I needed to do about this. I came back, went to my source of knowledge. As I mentioned, I liked reading books. So I went to books that were written by people that talked about how very small companies would negotiate with very large companies. Found this professor from New York who had written a book on how small companies negotiate with giant corporations. Contacted her. This is pre-internet days, so it took a little effort to find her, and I contacted her and said, who can I hire to assist me? And she gave me the name of this person who was from a very large corporation. He had just left, and I hired him at a very, very high rate, but he was the right person to do this negotiation, and he was able to assist me in deciding how I should negotiate with them. And I successfully negotiated with this multinational firm and was able to get a contract that was very viable, that made the transition smooth from going from a small company to a much larger company. Well, I'm an urban planner. That's my discipline. And when I was studying planning, I read this quote. It was, I think, from the Chicago World Fair. It says, "Make no little plans, they stir not men's blood." And I think of that quite often because I think if you have a small plan, you cannot entice people. It doesn't set off any sparks. It doesn't have any warmth. It doesn't draw people. So if you have plans that are large, you have to have big, hairy, audacious goals. You have to think big, dream big, and to do that, you have to have large plans. And when you have those plans, you stir people's emotions. As women, we understand emotional issues, but sometimes we don't know or we are not comfortable bringing them into a work environment. If you can harness that energy and that emotion, bring it into your business, you can draw people to you, both to your customers, your employees, your partners, and accomplish so much more.